Hello everybody and welcome back to Airsoft Wolf. As compensation for my previous video being so short, I decided to just make a quick review of my latest addition to my arsenal. The J.G LK58. I would say that it is a mini FAL, which it kind of is. And it's a very nice looking and feeling replica that I just want to talk about and show you guys. It's an electric blowback that you can disable. The bolt is going about halfway and then forward at each shot. Straight from the box you will expect about 370 FPS, which is pretty decent for the price point. And I bought this on sale together with 3 extra mid caps, and that was a very good decision. It was a bit harder though to find magazine pouches that would fit my vest and look good, so I ended up buying these magazine pouches from FMA. They came in 2 packs because, well, I needed something to fit the magazines in. And if you have any suggestion how I can better position them instead of having 2 stacks, I would really appreciate that. I'm thinking of taking 1, put there and just keep it to 3, but I don't know. Back to the gun. What I can say straight from the box, it felt really good. The front guard is plastic, the grip is plastic, and the stock is plastic with some sort of rubber buttstock. But it feels like decent plastic, but after a game I can feel that the front is already starting to feel a bit wobbly. It's basically 2 halves that you put together with this screw up here and just clamp them together. This I do feel is low quality because I can feel the flexing up there, but it doesn't really bother that much. It has 2 holes on the bottom. I don't know if that is supposed to be an attachment or something you can put in there to add like a grip or something. I haven't really looked into that. And it also came stock with the sling up there and the buttstock that can swivel around 360 degrees, which is a nice addition. The back side you can flip up and down, but it doesn't really do that much of a difference in accuracy, if you ask me. Out of the box, this one pulled to the left. It can be adjusted in the front, and there was also a tool that came with it for adjusting that. But I added my 4x ACOG sight to it, and it works just great. The fire selector is a bit more loose than on my other replicas. It doesn't take much force to swivel around. It is not ambidextrous. I did accidentally full auto one guy in the video. That wasn't shown because my camera was overheated. But he didn't mind. I mean, stuff happens. The battery is located in the buttstock. And the fun thing is, I had watched some videos about this gun, trying to get an understanding of it. So I knew that the battery is in the buttstock, and what you do is that you just press down and it opens up. But at the shop I bought this from, they probably didn't really know that, because when I got it, I noticed that they had tried to use a screwdriver to take out this bolt. That is basically just a fake bolt. So that was kind of interesting. Also, stock, it came with a high capacity magazine that I did actually hear people complain about, saying that it did fit very loose in the gun, that it was wobbly, it could easily be knocked out, but it does feel a bit wobbly, but it doesn't fall out, so I don't understand that part. What I don't like with the high capacity magazines is this low quality feeling plastic lip that you open up to pour in or take out the BBs. It's feeling very flimsy. I kind of don't really understand why they had used this kind of solution to it. It comes in the way when you want to load the BBs, it comes in the way when you want to extract the BBs, the way I do. But I mean, it works. And for a new player, it's not going to be that much of a problem. Also inside the magazine you can see straight from the top all the gears, and you have 2 ways of spinning this. Either you have the normal way with this gear, or use the included, I don't even know what this is called in English, and you have this hole right here on the side to wind it up, just like an old clockwork toy. pretty easy, and I kind of like that they added that feature. But what I do like with this wheel in the bottom, on one of my high cap magazines, it sticks out a bit, so I can't really stand up, but it's so into the magazine, so it can stand up without any problem. And the mid-cap mags are exactly the same, just that, well, it's mid-caps. And all of the magazines groove has a little lip that you're supposed to find get into the groove of when you insert it. So you have to do kind of this motion to put it in. The mid-caps fits way snugger in there than the high cap. But like I said, I don't really see a problem with the high cap feeling a bit loose there. Also, what it came stock with is in the battery hatch, you have this that I do recommend you to remove. You basically just remove those two screws, lift out this entire plate, and then screw this one off. Because it did come stock with an 8.4 volt NIM battery, as well as a charger, and this basically just fits there perfectly. It doesn't leave much room for anything else. So if you remove this, you can fit basically any battery you want inside of this buttstock. I did get the recommendation not to use anything higher than 7.4 volt LiPo, just because of the electric blowback function could be taking damage from rapid full auto fire. But given I'm not allowed to play full auto, I still decided to go with the 7.4 just to be in the safe. And for this test, we're going to take my 7.4 LiPo. Going to show it right in the hole. Sorry, children. Attach it. And you're good to go. And as you can see, so we can do this from this angle, you have the electric blowback function. And then full auto. So it has a slight kick, not too bad. I kind of find it as a fun gimmick to have the electric blowback. I haven't really used a gas blowback rifle before, but I find this one to be quite fun to use actually. The mid cap holds about 160 BBs, which is decent. I don't really use mid caps because I'm so used with my MCR's box mag, but I think of switching over to mid caps on that one as well at a later date. But it does feel really nice to actually shoot. Right now I have it loaded with 0.25 gram BBs. If you buy this replica, you really do need to change the stock rubber. It works fine with 0.25 BBs, but if you use heavier than that, you will start getting a very inconsistent drop of your BBs. I tried using it with 0.32s and it started good, but after a few shots it just didn't work at all. It just basically slammed them into the ground. So I've replaced my stock rubber in this one with a flat hop rubber, just because someone recommended it to me, said it was good, but it will not really work when I upgrade this internals to be closer to 430 FPS. So I'm going to look forward to that little project. But let's see what I get on this one right now. That was 10 shots, and let's see if we can see the result on the camera. So highest was 102 meters per second, and the low was 98.42, and the average was 99.4. And if we check the stats for the average power, we have about 1.26 joule, and that is actually pretty good for this gun. And for you who don't read in meters per second, that is, the highest was the 334.6 and the lowest was 322.1 with an average of 326 FPS. And let's see if we can get a better view of the electric blowback function in action. at semi and full auto. So this is a very, very fun gun to use, and I am really looking forward also to find the hop up. You have a normal rotary wheel inside. Right now it's all the way down to the bottom. That's why I got that consistent FPS of almost 330. If I boost this up to a more working hop up, the FPS will drop to about 320, if not less. So that is basically my short review of the J.G Works or J.G Works LK58 Mini FAL. I have to say, this one feels really, really nice, and I'm a short guy, so this one is perfect size for me actually. I have to do some adjustments to my rig, because the way that I currently have my sling and where you have the rings on this one, it wants to twist it to be upside down, and also with my double stacks of mags, it kind of just sits weird on my rig. So I need to replace how I organize my mag pouches, and I have to see if I have to make some adjustments to my sling to better have this gun the way I would feel most comfortable with. Also, that I forgot that this does have a working bolt catch, but I do not think it's intended to be used with the electric blowback function. If I want to take the charging handle and pull it back, about here, I get a lot of pressure, and I don't know if that is to stop the blowback from going too far, so it stops around here and then forward every time, or if it's to protect the internals so you don't take the charging handle and take it back all the way. But if you want to use the bolt catch, I do recommend you to disable the electric blowback function. That way you can put it up and have it stop, and then you have the bolt catch release here that you pull down, which is a fun feature. It's kind of a shame that it does not really work with the electric blowback function turned on. And that is my short review on the J.G Works LK58. Until next time, this is Airsoft Wolf, signing out.